Welcome back to the channel. I am your boy, the Dazman, and in today's video, we are back for another episode of mAddon Monday, where we have a look at an add-on that is available in the Minecraft Bedrock marketplace. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. Let's find out which add-on we're revealing today. Now, this has been an add-on that I've been kind of thinking is going to be a guilty pleasure of mine for quite a while, because I've been checking it out, looking at it, trying to talk myself into having a look at this CinemaCraft add-on by Monster Egg Studios for a while. And now that we have the mAddon Monday series up and running, I really can. So we're in a brand new creative world, and we're going to check out what we get in this add-on, and we're going to see just how easy or how difficult it might be to make it work. Now, before we begin, let me just say, this is probably a very nuanced add-on. I don't see this being used by everybody. I don't see this being used by even 5% of players that play on Minecraft. But I could potentially find a way to use this, and I want to check it out. So please do indulge me in this video. Check it out with me, and let's see what we get. So we're going to start with the guidebook, which is actually just a menu. And it says, "Welcome to CinemaCraft. This guidebook has everything you need to know to get started and make the most of your cinematic adventures in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Use the menu below to find what you need." We have a main info page, a crafting recipes page, a need help or have questions page, and then we can close the book. So before we look at the main info, let's see the crafting recipes. You get a camera toolbox and you get a guidebook. The guidebook is a one book, one glass. Not the cheapest recipe going, but you know, nice and easy. I mean, a book is a bit, I get it, it is a guidebook, but wow, okay, you got to get a whole book just to try and craft a book. A little bit excessive there. And then you get a camera toolbox, which is glass, redstone, and 2 bits of iron. Right there you can see redstone is in the middle left, glass is in the middle center, and then iron is a bottom left, a bottom center down there to craft them, and you end up with a camera tools block. Okay, not too bad, nice and easy to get. And if we have a look on the crafting menu here as well, or the creative menu here, sorry, you'll see there are a ton of different icons here, which I will show you guys in a moment, show you what they are as we're going through. But you do also get these chroma blocks, which I believe is for like red screen, blue screen, yellow screen, white screen, black screen, green screen, and magenta screen. You can see them here. They are very solid colors. I was going to put them next to each other, but we'll just play off that I didn't mess that up. And yeah, I mean, very good for editing right there if you wanted to. They are very bright, very solid, very calm blocks that you can get there. Not 100% sure how you actually craft them, to be fair. It doesn't actually say as far as I know. But let's go back into the guidebook. We've got main info. So we've got the CinemaCraft menu. You get a cinema mode, which enables a mode where players can control camera functions and fly around the world for cinematic shots, offering full control over your perspective and movement. There's a pathing settings, which is configure settings related to creating and editing paths for camera movement. Set predefined paths to ensure smooth, seamless camera transitions during your cinematic sequences. There's saves, which lets you view and manage different tracks created during the gameplay session. Now, tracks are, I believe, the pathing settings that the camera will go on, but we'll see that in a bit. There is an overall settings, which gives you access to settings for the add-on, allowing customization of various options to tailor your cinematic experience to your preferences. Then there are health and infos right there as well. And then you get some hotbar items, which we will see as we go through, but it does kind of explain stuff to you. Seems like quite a heavy, quite a difficult add-on here. You've got usage tips. Use show high points to manage the visibility of points. We've got path mode as well here. There's a ton of stuff here. And again, let me just be clear. 99% of people aren't going to care about this. You're not going to use this in a creative world. You're not going to use this in a survival world. You're not going to use this in a realm. Just indulge me on this one. I'm very interested in this add-on. So with the guidebook done, I mean, there's help and questions. You've got how to record your gameplay on here. It tells you to capture your cinematic craft adventure, start your recording software before launching the add-on. Unfortunately, we can't control the recording process on consoles and PCs, so please manually start your recording software to capture your gameplay. Here are some ways. You get my Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So what that basically says is you're not going to be recording in the game. You need to be using something like PlayStation Share function, OBS software, whatever it is. If you are a creator in Minecraft, whatever it is you use to record your videos, you need to record how you would do normally. But we'll get into that as well. So once you've crafted a camera tools, you can just have a look. It changes your UI. So your inventory is saved. You get to go into this brand new thing. Your inventory stays there and you tip in here. Now, I've seen this before in realistic biomes with their preview mode. They do that, but you basically get a locked hotbar with predefined settings. You then have camera mode. You've got path mode. You've got help and info, tracks, and settings. See what settings is. Player mode settings. So you can toggle whether or not the player is invisible. You can toggle whether or not the player has night vision. You can set the time of day for the recording and auto hide UI. Okay. Path mode settings. Okay. Set point position. All right. We'll probably come back to this in a second. So let's say then camera mode. What do we have here? So we've got start movement. Okay. Nothing's happened. 1 second. So forward. Right. Okay, so we can change what type of movement we have. Backwards. No movement. Okay. Speed. Speed 2, speed 3, speed 4, speed 1. We're not moving. Why are we not moving? Left. Okay, this is a bit clanky, isn't it? Speed 2. Alright, speed 1 was just super slow. It didn't actually do anything. Okay, so start movement. All right, we need to just start this one up again. Hang on. So there is a forward movement, and that gets to push the camera. Okay, and then we can toggle to the side, so we get a free no UI on the screen. We've still got the position top left, but we get to see us just moving forward. I'm not touching the forward button. This is an automatic movement. Panning. Okay. And then you can pause it going forward. So we've got forward. We've got right, which, okay, lets you move right. We've got backwards, which brings you backwards. Left, which is left. I mean, this is completely unique to any add-on I've ever seen. Up. Okay, so you can just have auto. I mean, so far, I could do all of this with my control. Down. I mean, look, watch. I can just do this, and I'm going up. All right, I don't have speed variability, but I can go up and down. But we've got head rotation. And that spins us around. You have to remember to just move with the L1, R1, or whatever it is you change your toggles on your hotbar to just clear out your screen. We get a very janky head rotation. This is a very glitchy on my screen. On the recording, it's not as glitchy, but it is glitchy. It's not as glitchy as my actual screen. It says smooth pathing, though. That didn't feel smooth. We've got a focus point rotation. There is no focus point. Oh, it gives us an error sound as well. Sorry, how that. I'm not even wearing my headphones, I've just realized. Hang on. How did that sound? Let's not play that again. Sorry if that sounded really bad. Rotation with focus point. So where is focus point? Oh, add focus point. Okay, so if I want to put a focus point there, maybe. Right. And then rotation with focus point. Start movement. Right, okay. So you can set a focus point. And then you can have it rotate around from where you was in a big circle. Which on my recording software looks a lot smoother than it does on my screen. I've got a little bit of a flashing of light on the trees on my actual screen. But on my recording software, that doesn't seem to be there. Okay. If we pause that, wait a minute. Show points. Oh, so we can hide it. Oh, and now there's nothing there. Okay, good. Because that would have been annoying if your focus point was there. I'm thinking of ways I could use this in Cobble Hollow. If you haven't seen Cobble Hollow, by the way, it is the horror series that I'm currently doing. Check out Cobble Hollow episode 2, posted on Friday. Let's go to show points again. So you can then remove a focus point. Hang on. Right, so they're entities, I believe. Okay. And we can change the speed. So speed setting 3, speed setting 4. How fast is speed setting 4? Oh, and it seems that it's not where I'm pointing. It's where my head is. And if you place down one, it kills the other. So you can only have one focus point. Okay, that's good to know. So we're on speed setting 4 now. and start movement. And we're just flowing. Is that much faster than what we had before? Don't know. I can't tell. 2. Yeah, that does feel ever so slightly slower. Ever so slightly slower. So was 1 just not a movement then? Yeah, 1 is just not moving at all. Like, there's slow and then there's just stand still and do nothing. Okay. Interesting. So far, all of these things, I mean, I can do this with my own control. All right, it's a little bit jankier, but look, there you go. Look, I'm panning it. Not perfect, but this is just using left analog stick, right analog stick. So far, I don't necessarily think we need this add-on. And then obviously, wait, so invisible player. Oh, yeah, look, I'm invisible. Okay. So it does. So your cameraman effectively becomes invisible. Okay. Player mode settings, we did that. So set time of day. So say I want to set the time of day to 10 o'clock at night. Submit. Oh, it changes the world. And then we do that. And you know what? It would help if just put it onto speed 2. Do that. Okay, so it does. It lets you do the actual time of day. So then if I turn on night vision conduit effect is now enabled. Are you sure? Oh, and then once you press play, there's night vision. So it doesn't put it on your character, but it does put it on your camera. Okay, yeah, this is definitely something that I could see people using. Interesting. I mean, definitely not going to be your bog standard player who just wants to go and play in their forever world. But, I mean, this is unique. We haven't seen this before, right? What is this? This is a placeholder. You can't do anything with this. Same as that, same as that. So they're just placeholders on there. So path mode, this is the one I'm interested in. Press play, there's not enough camera points. Okay, so if I want to add a point, now do we need to put down a block first? I don't know, maybe we use this whole island as a block. So let's just place down a point there. Oh, all right, so there's a camera there. Hello. And it's pointing there. So is that where it's going to S1, P1? Okay, save 1.1. So then what if I want to put the next one? Oh no, look in here, for instance. What's this? 0.2, set ease time 5, light level 0, text to show on point, action bar text. What is this? What is it? All right, ease time 15. Let's do that. This is a proper fiddly thing right here. Oh no. Oh no, I've just put, hang on, remove point. Edit point. Okay, so you can, wait a minute. So, go over here. So you can whatever ease time is, we're going to find out what that is, I guess, but you can set an individual setting for each camera. Right, so then let's say the next one then is over here. Put a point in. Submit, okay. And then we're going to put one, I don't know, we're going to go for like a full circle. And this comes up for everyone, does it? Okay. Around here. I mean, this isn't going to loop around like a circle, is it? I'm not doing any like rigging or anything like that to try and make it so that it's an actual circle. Put this on here. Now, if this does actually work, like as a camera going from point to point smoothly, then for content creators in Minecraft Bedrock, this could be game changing. Because a lot of problems, although one thing this wouldn't help with is time lapses. Unless it does something like, how can it do it? Does it use me? Does it use a second camera? What does it do? All right, and then let's, so what do we have here? Edit point, grab point. What does grab point do? 1 second. Oh, I can pick it up and then I can move it. All right, so if I want to just make sure that this one's angled, say down a little bit there. So you're not locked in place. That's cool. Speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 1 and see what happens. Show points. We're going to turn them off. Next page. Preview path. Okay, hang on. So it's going to go like this. It's going to go this route round. Can you move these? You guys are just watching me nerd out at this point. I'm sorry, but no. See, I would have liked to have been able to just move that. Preview path. No, you just turns it on and off, but it doesn't disappear when you turn it off. Oh, it does disappear. Okay. Tracks. Current track, track 1, save 1, 2, 3. This is so fiddly. Show points again over there. Okay. Path settings. Position point. Okay, so it was where my head was, but I could have done it to the feet. Default ease time. Okay. Hide UI. Auto switch tracks when editing. I don't know what that means. Directly display new point options. Was that the menu that came up maybe? Anchor player to camera. I don't know what that means. Invisible player, night vision. Submit. All right. Previous. So, okay, let's just play. Oh, hang on. I promise you I'm not touching my controller. We're following a path. So if you wanted to do a build... Oh, if you make content in Minecraft and you build something like a mega build or just a build in general that you want to show off, and that ease time, so that was slow and then it got fast. The slow one was the 15 seconds. So ease time, is that the time it takes to get from one camera to the other then? Because look, this is consistent and we're just popping around. That feels quite smooth. Okay. Little bit janky there, but all right. I can see definite usages for this for anybody. And then it stops over there because that was the last one. So, show the point again for me. So if I wanted to add, can I add another one? Like just right next to this one here, maybe? I don't know. Right there. Okay. And then let's, where's edit? Edit point. Let's see, ease time. Gonna make this one 25 seconds. Right, and then this one over here, we've just seen how long it takes. This one over here, 1 second. All right, and then this one over here, hang on. Do this, light level, 10. What's that going to do for me? I don't know. Light level 10, 5 seconds. So what we're expecting then is the first one to take that 15 seconds to get to there, then absolute jolt over to that one, and then really bright over to that one. And are we focusing on this? That's the other question. I didn't actually think that's the focus point, right? So we're meant to be looking at the corner of that mound, if we are. Or are we looking directly at where the camera's pointing? Let's see this again then, so play. No, we're looking directly at where the camera's pointing. We're not looking at focus points. So nice and slow around here. Look at that turtle right there. That turtle is loving the camera. Can we get your autograph, bro? Cowabunga, my dude. Now this should fly across super fast. It did. Look, that was fast. Oh, that's nice. And then we pop over to here. Obviously, we're not at nighttime, so I don't know if light level is going to be affected. Didn't see any change, but then it's more consistent again. You know what? This has usage. This has usage for anybody who makes content in Minecraft Bedrock. On console or anything like that, this can have usages. It's not the easiest thing to work out. And then look, 25 seconds, so we just slowly ease back round again. And so you'd record this on OBS, or you'd record this with like the PlayStation share button or whatever it is on Xbox or Nintendo Switch. And then do whatever you do to edit your content to get it through. Now, as a time lapse, you'd what? Plug in a second controller? Play on a Realm? Have it on a different device? Like, yeah, you could, if you imported, say you had the world on, I don't know, say you've got a Nintendo Switch and a PlayStation, if you're privileged, and you both have access to the same world on the same, like both consoles have access to the same world, you'd play on Nintendo Switch, but you'd set up the path on PlayStation, set like a super long ease time, and then you time lapse it across maybe. Another thing as well that we didn't really get to look at was the camera types. So we've got the perspective menus. So there's a top view, which gives us this kind of a look. which I suppose then you can do a start movement. No, you can't. Hang on. Wait a minute. So you can change. You can still change camera modes. Interesting. I'm very confused by that. 1 second. So pause there. Play. So if I'm using camera movements, I still go first person. That's third person. And that's reverse to camera. Okay. Camera type again. So top view. So I can just change my camera type. I can't necessarily record like this automatically. Okay, next one, right shoulder. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. That is kind of nice. If you know that you're going to be walking up to like a certain, I don't know, structure or base or something, that is quite nice. Left shoulder as well, if you want it to be that way inclined. There's definitely usages for this. I like this. And then what? So you could then, so say I'm running through and you just keep it behind. That's cool, actually. That is very cinematic as a use. Very nauseating. But that is very cinematic. You can't change your perspective when you're using a custom camera. Isometric. Oh, this gives me Resident Evil vibe. Can't change the camera angle, just like this. Oh, and it completely changes how the control is. Like this is forward. This is up on the analog stick. So yeah, it's like stuck in front of you. Hello, how you doing up there? Right. It's like being on a crane in front of you. See behind you. Again, can't change perspective. Custom offset. You can say how far you want it offset. So say I want to go there. And submit. Alright, so we're still sort of isometric there. Custom offset again. And then let's put that one there. Submit. I think I broke it. Custom offset. So offset the camera there. There. In fact, Y is below, isn't it? Do that. X offset there. Z offset there. Submit. Is that what I've done? I don't know. I mean, you'd have to play around with it. Oh, but you can still use the camera analog stick to help you turn. Oh, that is so freaky. Okay. What else do we have? Custom still camera. So you can just set a position. Oh, and then it locks onto you? That is very janky. Okay. And then reset to normal view. There is so many different custom options here. That's mad. I don't know. There's definitely opportunity here. This is not the easiest thing to use. There's a lot of fiddling around with this. You can feel it already. I'm not going to make myself look stupid in this video. This has been 20 minutes of you guys indulging me on something that I'm interested in. I don't know if this isn't going to be for everybody at all. I've said that. But it looks quite cool. I think there's definitely a beginning part here. Anybody who makes content, give it a look. Do some research. I'm not saying buy it. This isn't an add-on. This isn't an advert, sorry. There are other add-ons available. Not necessarily of this type, but there are other ways to get this content. But yeah, I'd say do some research. Give it a check out. I'm definitely going to keep this one in mind. I'm glad I bought it. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. Drop a comment down below. Again, I fully respect that this isn't for everybody, so I do apologize. But please do drop a comment. At least say hello. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace!